Hello, hello. Welcome back to the second half of Not the Elman Show. Before we start the second half, we thought we'd do a little improvisation for you, just to break it up for us. What we need from you is a suggestion for a public place. A public place. Always Point. Passport. The Fast Ferry? The Fast Ferry? Fast Ferry, I heard the Fast Ferry. You haven't done Fast Ferry? Fast Ferry, the ship?
Deliveries.
Oh, there he is, isn't he? Okay, we're doing the Fast Ferry. We now need suggestions for things, people, items you would find in and or around the Fast Ferry. Beer bottles? Heineken, beer. Jennifer's hat. Who? Air conditioner. Italian food. GPS. Okay. Seats, what?
Steering wheel.
Who? A steering wheel. A steering wheel. Okay, you got what we need? Steering wheel.
That's a very Italian.
Yes. Is that got the mushroom sauce on it? The steering wheel? The red one. Steering wheel. Okay. Right, so we're on the Fast Ferry. We now need a situation. Something exciting has happened on the ferry. What is it? Jennifer fell off. Giving blood? Birth. Giving birth. Someone's giving birth on the ferry. Okay, someone's giving birth on the ferry. Right, so these are our words. The way this works, we'll be doing the scene, and if Bruce and Tim are in the scene, and they say the word elephant, Peter must enter the scene. They say the word elephant, Peter must exit the scene. And the words are for your benefit as well as ours, because we've been drinking as much as you have, so we can't remember our words. Okay, so someone's giving birth on the ferry. What's she gonna do? Yes, all the words, yes. For our benefit, Chris, life vest. Life vest. Bruce, Italian. He forgot his word last night. Italian. And it's all written in big, you couldn't read it. Goose. Goose. And Peter, elephant.
I spilled my drink on it, sorry.
Look at the sweating. And I'm steering wheel. Okay, steering wheel. Okay, it's been birth. A birth. Someone's giving birth on the ferry.
I can do that.
I know it's the last night, but Christ, no, that's okay. Right, start the scene now.
Okay.
Are you feeling pain? Are you in labor?
No, I work for government. I'm not in labor at all.
Look, my stomach is hurting. Your stomach is suffering from contraction.
I'm contracting like crazy.
Contracting like crazy.
That's right.
Remember, let me call the captain down. He's busy watching the GPS, but he needs to come down here to help because the captains are qualified to deal with
Can
it.
you help with these contractions?
Hey, how you doing? All right. Nice to see you. Glad to see you on board the ferry. Love to see people on board the ferry. Well, the water's just broken, okay? What? Yes, the water's broken. Oh my lord! You got a mop? I don't know. I think they're over by the life vest somewhere. Do you? Okay.
That's Graham Peter Smith, isn't it?
Peter Smith, yeah.
Just call me GPS.
Do you have a mop?
It's very messy here. No, I don't have a mop.
You don't have a mop?
But I'll tell you what.
What?
Can you get a drink on this place?
This place? This is the Fast Ferry. You know that.
Yeah,
Only the crew can get a drink.
Who's driving? Never go right when I read.
Oh, don't worry
Have you seen the previous hat? She lost her hat. It was upstairs, and I'm looking for it.
Really? No, I'm sorry, I haven't.
What they do, they put GPS in them now, so you can find it anywhere.
GPS in the hat.
Yeah, you can find the previous hat. There's a GPS in it. Yeah.
You know, I think they should put GPS in taxis too.
I don't think we need taxis anymore. We got this wonderful fast ferry.
With GPS.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I'm trying to get a drink. Where's my elephant? I'm fed up with this Heineken.
You friggin' Italians piss me off. I tell you.
No, my friend, he's going to let me before he delivers the line. All right, so, you need an elephant.
Yes, please.
You friggin' Italians piss me off.
What's all this water here? Are we sinking?
Don't worry about it. My name's Stuart Brown, and I'm just here to conduct a little survey to see how we're all doing. This water is of no consequence.
I don't need a life vest then.
Absolutely not.
All right.
Just fine. So, is everybody enjoying their ride on the fast ferry?
Well, how fast are we going?
Well, it's pretty fast. It goes about 23 knots when there's somebody actually on the steering wheel.
Jeepers! I can't believe it goes that fast. It's pretty sharp. I think the Italians built it with it. It's got like this little wave on the side.
And you know what? I'm telling you, I'm not going to be in this festival.
You don't leave me out here by myself now. I need a life vest, man. Someone come save me, right?
Somebody order a pizza.
No.
I'll eat it myself.
No, I ordered some veal. You know, that new steering veal that
I thought somebody was having a baby on this ship a little while ago. I heard some screaming and game.
What is? There it is, right there. Look. I think we should call it Resolute.
Looks Italian to me. I don't know.
Serenity. Serenity now. Yeah.
Excuse me. I think I'm going What the hell did you call it? Deliverance, for God's sake! That's what you get with having Jesus.
You trot on the beetle.
Usually you applaud when I walk in. What, that's why you killing a bloody doodle bug? Dr. Ware, Cedar Ware, whatever her name is, writing big long letters about chicken. She's not here tonight, is she? Friends, you just tuned in to station MWK. You missed a great song. It was originally a hit for Nat King Cole back in the 1940s. It's been redone for this year of 2002 by Henry Hayward and the Corporation of St. George's Quartet. The song he sends out especially to all those worthless youth gangs burning up cars in St. George's goes something like this. Unemployable, that's what you are. That brings the time here on station MWK to 9 o'clock. Time for the latest news here on Radio Mohawk. Peace on St. David's. With the latest news from the Mohawk newsroom, here I am. News tonight, a presentation of House of Harold Fine Foods. The Ministry of Transport has announced a new joint initiative with the Bermuda Housing Corporation
designed to solve both the affordable housing and traffic problems. All homeless persons will be issued with a car and then forced to live in it. In other traffic news, efforts to start a carpool here in St. David's have failed because most of us Mohawks don't know how to swim. Department of Tourism initiatives to attract group business to the island seem to be working, as there are several large convention groups in Bermuda this week. The Global Institute for the Appreciation of Humidity and Mildew are meeting in small damp closets at the Cedar Park Housing Complex. Midweek next week, the first international symposium on bad driving kicks into gear with a breakfast ride and recrimination session on Harbor Road. Unfortunately, the other big event scheduled for this week has had to be canceled. Persons in the island to attend the International Symposium on Opportunistic Theft had to leave the island after all of their audio-visual equipment went missing between the airport and their hotel. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor. New from House of Harold, refreshing beverages for the whole family. Pick up a big bottle of Mohawk Cola. Mohawk Cola, the Aboriginal soft drink with the brave new taste. Go on the warpath with Mohawk Cola. Guaranteed to lift the hair right off your head. And just in time for the kids' summer vacation comes fun, refreshing Bream Soda. Yes, sir, Bob. Harold's Bream Soda is great on its own, and teamed up with gelato, it makes a great ice bream float. It's been delicious. It's Harold's Bream Soda. Look for these two great new beverages at your favorite store. Great new products from House of Harold. Serving St. David's for a long time. And now, back to the news. Pandemonium broke out at an East End seance last night when the spirit of famous artist Michelangelo inhabited the body of an unemployed St. David's man. Speaking through a medium, Michelangelo said he had decided to come back to the mortal world now because he had heard that painters were making very good money at the Early morning World Cup football fans who were treated to breakfast at local pubs courtesy of Cablevision have reported that there were a couple of problems with the meals. First, there were no dishes, so they had to eat breakfast out of little black boxes. Then the meal was served at 7 a.m., but without any signal was taken away unexpectedly. And worst of all, to add insult to injury, all the best eggs were scrambled. East End etiquette expert Abigail Three Forks Fox has just published her updated guide to the do's and don'ts of the current social scene. Abigail advises if you're invited to an English potluck supper, for God's sakes, don't bring a Brazilian two-bowl salad. Abigail also points out that it is in poor taste when visiting relatives at St. Brendan's Hospital to offer to organize a Crazy Eights tournament. The Bermuda Library today announced new additions to its collection of books by local authors. For the kids, there's the delightful fairy tale Goldilocks and the Three Dread Bears by Hans Rosterman Anderson. Gershwin Smith, also known as High Priest Shiloh, has written his autobiography entitled The Wizard of Oz. Shiloh has also penned a gardening self-help book for kids called The Magical Pop-Up Herb Guide. The Statistics Department has published the Bermuda Census story. Give us 8 more weeks. Dr. Ewart Brown has been a very busy author with 3 new titles. I'm Okay, You Need GPS, Taxi Driving for Dummies, and a delightful children's book, James and the Giant Traffic Jam, a collection of fast fairy tales. And newly elected parliamentarian Jamal Simmons has penned a slim volume in the style of Dr. Seuss, entitled 1, 2, 3, How Many Parties Can I Be? In community news, members of the East End Society of the Eavesdroppers were overheard making plans for their annual gossip extravaganza, which is due to be held at Sally Brown's house. If that drunken bitch can get out of bed and stop doing the postman long enough to answer the door. That's what I heard. I don't know what you heard. The Bermuda Association of Masochists says that they are unable to provide any information about their upcoming dance, the annual Black and Blue Ball, due to an executive gag order. A spokesman did reveal, however, that a press release is due later on this week, but their planning committee is tied up until then. The Bermuda Clearinghouse for Odd and Unusual Accidents has informed station MWK that an overweight female shotter walked backwards into a supermarket meat grinder this morning. A disaster. Okay, the folks in the balcony got it, so we can go ahead. In overseas news, the United Nations has declared that today is the International Day of the Lame Excuse. The spokesman apologized profusely for the lateness of this information, saying that his dog had eaten his fax machine. And finally in the news, after years of effort and many failed experiments, local biologist Albert, long Latin name Fox, has successfully crossbred a goat with a watermelon.
What did he get?
The result is a large, succulent fruit that can swallow its own seeds. And that's it for the news. Thank you for tuning in to station NWK Radio Mohawk.
Have another part.
I don't need another beer. I need another rum.
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Not the Album Show has been going and doing this for about 18 years now. And for those 18 years, it's been pretty much the same guys doing the same show, not the same show, but the same cast the whole time. And tonight we're going to try something a little different. Tonight what we want to do is audition for a new Not the Album player. Now, as executive producer of this particular segment, I'm going to come out into the audience and pick a willing volunteer to come up here and audition to become a Not the Album player in front of all of you.
What I need is someone who doesn't mind drinking quite a bit and taking their clothes off next to the bar. He's got a bit of a sense of humor, maybe, and
No one wants to make eye contact.
I know, they're all-
Don't look at him, don't look at him. No. We got enough guys. We don't want any more guys. We want a young, nubile female. And Peterson, like, give her a round of applause. Bring her right up. Bring her right up.
And hi, what's your name?
Stacy.
Hi, Stacy. How are you?
Okay.
You happy to be here?
Yes.
Good. What do you do in real life, Stacy?
Well, I do a bit of a few things.
That's you do it really well, too.
Funnily enough, we have an opening for someone who can do a bit of a few things.
On the island?
Well, you get to stay tonight anyway. Now, what we're going to do, Stacey, is you're going to run through a little audition to become a potential Not the Emma player. We'll evaluate your performance in a minute. But before we get to that, let me introduce you to the team. Right now, right here we have my friend Tim. He's going to be your photographer for the night. He's going to be taking the still photographs of you that you can add to your portfolio and we can look at later. Over here we have my friend... You ready for your close-up? Over here we have my friend Chris. Chris has a dual role tonight. Chris is going to be your costume and makeup man. He's also going to be your dialogue coach. Okay, so he'll be working with you doing those two things.
Thank you, sir. I remember when I had my first beer, too. Thank you.
It's a new experience being in Spanish Point, I'll tell you. Playhouse is like way up there. Now finally we have Bruce. Bruce is going to be the director of this whole thing. He's going to direct your audition. Now, it's very important that you listen to Bruce. Bruce is going to tell you what to do. He's going to tell you how to do it. He's going to tell you where to do it, and you must follow his instructions the whole time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and sit in your seat to evaluate your performance from an audience's point of view and drink whatever's left of your drink. These guys can stand up here, I'm going to have a drink while you're doing all this. Okay, so I'm going to hand you over to Bruce and go sit in your seat.
And he drinks Bacardi and Coke, just in case. You drink it, actually, because you didn't know. Okay, Stacy, if you're a little bit nervous, it's not a problem. You can channel that nervous energy. Well, I would see you perform with lots of audience and like you. Well, I'm sure you have. Well, okay, all right. Well, guys, look, you got the part, goddammit. Take it easy. Because we did Riddles Bay with Catherine Zeta, we didn't have this bloody problem. Just relax. Okay. So Stacy, we're going to channel that energy. We're going to give you the mic, so you won't have to project too much. And everything. So I'm sure you can. No, I'm not going to touch that line. Got no doubt in my mind it's a capital P project is what it is. Anyway, Stacy, let me just outline for you the audition scene, synopsis of the scene, the two characters. It's a husband and wife scene. The husband is a drunken cad. He's been out late 5 nights in a row. He doesn't call. When he does come home, he's reeking of alcohol. He has lipstick all over his face, hickeys on his neck, and he's a no good rotten son of a bitch. That's the husband. Okay, now the wife, on the other hand, is a saint. She stays at home all day. Slow down now. I'm giving you the synopsis of the scene. Listen, you're auditioning for the part, sweetheart. You're not the marquee, okay? Just relax. I'm the director. Okay? God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you speak. As I was saying, the wife is a saint. She's been home cooking and cleaning, taking care of the kids. She's prepared a gourmet meal 5 nights in a row. It's been ruined 5 nights in a row because he didn't come home. He's drunk, he doesn't call, the supper's burnt, she's gone to bed, she's upset, she's tossing and turning, she loves her husband, she can't sleep. She doesn't know what happened, perhaps he's injured, perhaps he's dead. So, there you go, you have this conflict between the characters, and that's a synopsis of the scene. I'm going to give you over to Chris, dialogue, makeup, and costume.
Thank you, Bruce, thank you. Okay, Stacey, you're not nervous, right?
No.
That's great, so you've done some stage work before, right?
No.
Okay. Well, no problem. Of course, the first thing you have to know is, of course, this is a skit, and of course, we would know our lines, but you wouldn't know your lines. And there's nothing worse than forgetting your lines, because I forgot my lines in the first sketch, and they all gave me shit afterwards. You know? So, you know, to make it easy for you, what we're going to do is we have all of your lines written down. Now, you're going to be standing around about, just come up here. You're going to be standing around about there, and see where that light post is, and see those things on the ground there? That's all your lines. I'm going to be sitting right down there. Whenever it's your turn to speak, I'm going to hold up the words, and you just say what's ever right there. Got it? Okay, but I think we probably need a costume. What do you guys think?
A little costume.
Yeah. You know what? I've got something right here. I think I'm done. Yeah. Okay. How's that, guys? I think we probably need some. You know, I've got something else right here. Okay.
There we go.
Thanks. Looking like a man.
Okay, Stacey. In case you haven't figured out, you are in fact the drunken cad husband here. Just in case there's no confusion about that. But what do you think? Do you think anything else?
These four.
You know, I think you're right. I think I've got one more thing. Just one more thing. Hang on a second.
The pièce de la résistance.
Hey, careful now, Chris.
Excuse me, Peter. I'm being very clean here, okay?
Your hand's still there. Your hand's out.
At no time does his hands leave his arms, ladies. Found it.
Okay, Stacey, I'd just like to let you know that you don't look silly at all. You look perfect. And again, let's just say you're going to be looking this way, and I'm going to be holding off all your words right there. And I'll give you back to Bruce for some last-minute instructions. Okay.
Now, Stacey, you on this side of the stage. I'm the goddamn director. You got that shit down, but get the other part down, will you? Let's push you when the lights are on. Okay, you are the drunken cad husband. You're slightly inebriated. You're coming in at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, as every drunken cad husband knows, if you're sneaking to the house at 3 a.m., you got to take off your shoes. So please take off your shoes. Okay, now pick them up, hold them in one hand. Perfect, beautiful, upstage now.
Here's the microphone. You have to bring it close so that you want to do that. Okay, great. Now, you're tiptoeing into the house. Right? Very good. This is going to be your mark. You're going to tiptoe down there. Now, you're slightly inebriated, so a little bubbly. Good. Okay, right. Back up. Here you go. Okay, don't start yet. Let me kill this little son of a bitch's butt. Okay, let's go to ball. You strike me as a kind of a girl who'd be frowned off by a bloody butt. That's not a freaking excuse. Thanks for your move.
No one.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Yes. Dear.
Don't yes. Dear me. Dear me.
Let me explain, Tanya.
It's too late for your lame explanations. My mother said I never should have married you.
Okay, right. Drop your shoes. You've been caught. Okay, great. Now moving closer to your wife. You have to do a consoling move. Look at spontaneous, beautiful. That's right. Hand on a little lower would be better. There we go. Okay, that's good. Okay, and your line is.
But Frederica, I love you.
You say you love me, but we don't talk anymore.
I'm talking now.
This is not what I mean by talking. When was the last time you took me out?
We go out. I'm sure we've gone out.
Watching you play snooker at the boat club is not my idea of going out.
Okay, now this is a big scene, a lot of dialogue. You don't stay close. You're still consoling. You're still trying to get out of this mess. Okay, now take a deep breath. A lot of dialogue. Okay, microphone up. Here we go.
Look, Frederica. I work hard all day. I don't beat you or the kids. I'm not a dope. I'm not sure what that word is.
Fiend.
Dope thing. Seems to be spelled wrong.
Hey, I resent that. You're all well-educated guys. You're playing this show for 21 days. You're telling me this is... Just read the goddamn words, Casey. I'm not a dope fiend.
Or an alcoholic.
Got that right, didn't you?
So give me a break.
Right.
But why didn't you call?
I did, but the line was busy.
You're lying. You don't love me anymore.
Okay, you gotta console your wife. Don't get close. Hook the leg around, give him a tongue in the ear or something like that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, she takes direction well. Okay, now here we go. And your line is.
Frederica, you're wrong. You're the only girl for me.
Well done. Well done.
Oh, Stacy, thank you, Stacy. You were homeschooled, weren't you? Like the TV was telling you. Anyway, I was evaluating from the audience's point of view, and it seemed kind of nice. It was kind of, there's not a dry seat out there, I'll tell you. Your mate Don was quite impressed with the whole thing, so he likes it, so it's all good. But what I need to know is what the other guys thought. Ooh. The pictures are wet already.
Put them on eBay.
I would have thought it would have been sticky. Tim, how did the camera like you? How was it?
Camera loves you, Stacy. Camera loves you. I can see you're used to working with Polaroids, for sure. Now it's going on the internet tomorrow.
Tonight, hey, this is live, man. Chris, costume, makeup, dialogue. Stacy was easy to work with, hard to work with. She was good.
Well, I was impressed, as a matter of fact. I mean, she said the right words. She could read, well, most of them anyway. And she got the words in the right order. I'm thinking probably a future in journalism, perhaps broadcasting. I think VSB needs somebody right now. So thanks very much, and keep the moustache, and thanks for being a good sport.
I can see her, VSB.
Yeah.
The magistrate's court, a drug find. Fred, you were right there with her. I saw the hook. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that part.
yeah.
That was good. That was good. I didn't feel the tongue at all, though.
No, well, we saw it. You didn't feel it.
I'm a bit desensitized.
But could you work with her again? Was she
Well, I'd
a
like
potential?
to work with her again. I think she needs a bit more one-on-one coaching.
Perhaps.
She shows potential.
Perhaps after the show, a little further
Tutoring.
tutoring, interviewing, a little one-on-one.
Here's my card. Give me a call. We'll work on something.
You work on her outpatient. Now, Bruce, you were the director of the whole thing. You were looking at it from an overall point of view. How did you find Stacey? Well, I found her by walking down here, but how did you find her?
Oh, I thought Stacey did very well. I mean, she did respond to direction. She was a little bit headstrong at the beginning. A bit opinionated, but that's okay. We got her in line, and everything went fine. She gave some nice little emphasis on, certain things. Might have to send her back to remedial reading, but that's okay. There's no fiends in her life. She's nothing. She's just an angel, I know. You can tell just by looking at her. And I never dealt with a fiend at all. However, I would have to concur with Tim. She's definitely worked with Polaroids before. I'm keeping these free. And these are for you as a souvenir, and we thank you very much for being a good sport. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Thank you. A round of applause. Now, get on a chair.
Yes.
Now, folks, in honor of certain people that are in the audience this evening, I want you all to clap along and sing with this tune. It's a little parody that we've done in the style of the Village People. And you'll know this song, I'm sure. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Young men who want to go to a bar, and tourists who cannot rent a car, and old folks with their grocery bags. They all need a fast, friendly cab. That's why the minister says that taxis should have GPS. You can find them no matter where they'll be, and they'll always get a taxi. It's fun to ride in a T-A-X-I. It's fun to ride in a T-A-X-I. You can never find one, and you really want one, and Joe Brown says he's the one.
Let me take a look at you. Careful now.
You want a theory, babe?
Yeah. So what do you do, girl? I mean, you hardly even show it.
Well, it's a roundabout cop match, you know.
A cop match? Well, I don't think that's very good, Planet. All that heat and humidity and all that kind of thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly planned, you know. But when the wolves won the cup, and Chesterfield went out and got hot that night, by the time he finally came home, he was all, you know, full of himself.
And I thought, he thought you should be too, huh?
Girlfriend, you are too rude. But you know how it is with men, right? You know, they get a little bit liquored up, and then they think they're Casanova.
You mean like that Bermudian rock star?
No, girlfriend, that's Helena.
Well, it's nice and quiet here. We've got the Hurl restaurant all to our own selves.
I know, well, that's my boy David Allen working for us with his 100-day recovery plan. I mean, you can always go out to lunch to a nice restaurant and get a nice reservation. No problem with that. And if you ever want to go down Front Street and go shopping, there's always lots of nice shopping assistants ready to help you. Even though they don't.
And with no tourists, the buses aren't full, and you can always get a taxi.
Oh, don't get me going about taxis. And if they're not doing a stupid one-day strike, then they're driving around doing 20 miles an hour going nowhere, or else they're all bloody well lined up on Front Street, one behind the other, and you don't need no friggin' GPS to find them there, right?
Tell me something, Carl. I was watching you eat your main course there, and it looked kind of strange, like something they make you eat on that saliva thing.
Girlfriend, don't show your ignorance. That was tuna maki.
What?
Sushi.
Oh, bless you.
Anyway, don't you got some good news for me, girlfriend?
I wish I did. But this isn't a baby. This is mostly 4-star pizza. And Jimmy and I have been trying so hard to, sometimes 2 or 3 times a night, every single night, but nothing.
Well, you know, Laurie, you don't actually have to go have sex every night to get pregnant, you know. All you gotta do is do it when you're ovulating, you know, ovulating. And that's only 2-3 days a month tops.
Oh my Lord! You must have been in college seeing them vagina monologues thing. Well, don't you go telling my Jimmy about all that ovulating stuff. I haven't had so much attention in years, girl.
Okay, girl, my lips are sealed.
Thank you very much. But I do have some good news for you.
You do?
You know how we was looking for some place to live? And we thought we'd go ahead and have to live out in Daniel's Head Village?
Well, to be truthful, I always thought you were crazy wanting to go and live down there in those tents on legs, and all them cockroaches and all that stuff. And besides, that's all the way down to Somerset. Who the hell wants to live down there?
Well, that's right. I can't imagine why those Americans weren't just falling over themselves to pay $300 a night for all of that.
Got that one right.
But that's all over now.
It is?
We have a real house.
What? What happened? I mean, you finally won some money out of that machine down Dockside or something?
Much better than that, girl. My Jimmy got a contract changing light bulbs for the Bermuda Housing Corporation. That paid for one of those sporty new townhouses out there where Marriott's Castle Harbour used to be.
Well, that's my boy David Allen working for us again. Hotels and all those big hotels and all that. I mean, pretty soon we'll all be able to afford one of those condos down there. And we'll be able to all play golf up on, what's it called, Tucker's Point.
That's right, that's right.
Oh, I forgot to ask.
Did you tell your boss about it?
Of course not, girl. You know that the law states that I got to be on the job for a year before I get maternity benefits, so I can't tell my boss till my anniversary date.
I think that's disgusting. I think that working for the Summers Isles fictitious women's organization, they should treat you a whole lot better than that.
Oh, no way, girl. If I don't get back to work soon, Mr. Fox is going to probably duck me another hour's pay.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right. But you know what? If I can spend some time with my own flesh and blood, my own daughter, then who can I spend time with?
Oh, thanks, Mom. I appreciate that, Mom.
Okay.
And you remember to give Dad a kiss for me, all right?
Well, no need to do that now.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Okay, bye.
See you on Tuesday, Mom.
Okay, Larry.
Same shit happened last night. I'm trying to get on stage, some guy trying to get another beer gets in my way. Right. I know this is Spanish Playmate, but this is the goddamn stage! Stage, right. Taking a little call of liberties with the theatrical experience around here. Hey. Oh, man. Anyway, you see the headlines in Monday's Gazette. It's an Abiyamam show. See ugly men dressed as even uglier women.
No problem.
Summertime. The air conditioner is broken. Mosquitoes buzzing. And the humidity's high. Time for a trip up to northern New England, drinking ice cold beer and watching the days go by.
Good evening, Madam Premier. And welcome to the Royal Gazette Interview Cafe. My name is Io, and I'll be your reporter for the evening. May I get you a drink?
You know, you ask me that question every time. It would be nice to have some different questions once in a while. I've answered that question several hundred times already.
Well, I'm sorry, I thought something might have changed.
And what has changed about that? What has changed about that? What has changed that would change this government's opinion about that?
I don't know.
Whenever I have information, I'll disseminate it. But unless you're going to tell me something that I'm not aware of, my answer remains the same.
A bottle of champagne for the Premier, please. And now, may I tell you this evening's specials?
And why would you ask that question? To me, the answer is self-evident.
Okay. Let's see, we've got some fresh Bermuda yellowtail, which we can do pan-fried, broiled, or blackened. Then there's some fresh penne pasta with some baby shrimps in a spicy tomato sauce. And chicken Kiev with fresh garden pesto.
May I take your order?
Well, I can't answer off the cuff. I was never briefed on what these questions would be.
I'll come back later.
That's not a question. Raising your voice at the end of a sentence does not make it a question. When you have a question, I'll be more than happy to answer it.
Would you like more time to decide?
Now, you know this issue was around long before I got here. And I would have thought that in terms of equity, if you were so concerned about time, you would have asked that question of those who were here before me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll have the fish.
Excellent choice. Now, would you like French fries, baked potato, or rice with that?
I can't believe it. That's one of those have you stopped beating your wife questions, isn't it?
Is it?
Yes. If I choose the rice, you'll say the Premier hates potatoes. And if I choose the French fries, you'll say the Premier rejects a healthy diet.
I'm not accusing you of anything.
Baked potato.
Baked potato. Very good. And how would you like your fish prepared?
I'm not going to talk about that. Well, just let me hear a question, please.
Would you like your fish broiled, pan-fried, or blanket?
And why would you ask that question? I can't say which I would prefer. I can say that there are a number of government committees working on a wide range of issues who will make their opinions public at the appropriate time.
All right. Well, what kind of dressing would you like on your salad? We've got French, Italian, and Thousand Islands.
Is that really the question you would like to ask? Wouldn't you want to know if I would like dessert?
Well, you haven't even got your champagne yet. All right. Would you like some dessert?
Well, I have no crystal ball. I don't know what the future holds. And if I say no now, and I change my mind to yes later, you'll be saying the Premier takes a 180-degree turn. She said no, and now she says yes, blah, blah, blah. I can't win with you.
Salad dressing. Would you like the Thousand Islands, the French, or the Italian?
That's not what you said.
Isn't it?
No. You said, would I like the French, Italian, or Thousand Island?
Yes. Which would you like?
Well, in answer to that question, I've been advised that I cannot answer that.
I'll bring a selection then, shall I?
Well, sorry, I have nothing further to add to what I've already been telling you.
All right, well, I'll just go see what's keeping that champagne then.
I cannot believe the service here at Spanish Point. Colonel, get my handbag and light me another cigarette right now. You want to buy my hat?
Yes, indeed.
Are you over there? Yes. Points insurance, don't couple cups in the beer bottle.
Every time I see you on the street, you turn your head, you never speak. Kiss my eyes!
David, play that the old Mormon song. Walk on by, walk on by, I want to hear it. He be driving into work on his boat like, just mine!
I'm zooming in. I need to go. Go now.
People are laughing because I'm talking to myself up here. These people laugh at me in 10 years' time when I'm a dog.
I end up like Jinx. Hey, give me $5 for a cup of coffee.
People who hitchhike in Bermuda don't go like this and go, hey, hey, hey.
Some guy going, man, I can see Jinx now. $5, where's Jinx go? Rock Island coffee for a cup of coffee? I mean, when I can see Jinx and they're like, yeah, give me a double latte with some skim milk foam, please. And some woman with her tongue pierced and her teeth tattooed on her neck. Yes, sure, Jinx.
Hey, Stacy! What's happening? You alright? What a lovely smile. Really proud personality. Want a plunger? She didn't refuse. That's the thing. She got.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the St. David's International Film Festival Awards ceremony.
Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The St. David's International Film Festival, or STIFF, celebrates achievement in film all over the East End and overseas in Bermuda.
That's right, Tim, and the prestigious Stiffy is given in recognition of outstanding performances in a number of categories.
That's right, Chris. But before we announce the winners, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to present the first in a series of musical numbers which have been nominated for Best Musical Achievement in Film.
And our first song comes from The Grinch Who Stole the Senate, an animated Christmas feature about a toy soldier who thinks he's a nutcracker.
One, two.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you what. Colonel Birch is coming to town. Folks who sit south have rejected him twice. They'll get no director's ill safety device. Colonel Birch is coming to town. He doesn't care what you are thinking. He knows that he is right. He'll only do what's best for you, unless of course you're right. So you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Colonel Birch is coming to town. There's never a smile on his sour face as he follows the premier all over the place. Colonel Birch is coming to town. He's bringing government's list of things that they'll do. Income tax cure and Caricom too. Colonel Birch is coming to town. Appointed by the Premier to represent the PLP, and you'll be called a racist if you dare to disagree. So you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Colonel Birch is coming, Colonel Birch is coming. Colonel Birch is coming to town.
This will help you remember your lines for the rest of the day.
Vitamin B.
Vitamin B, that's the party in his life.
It's nice to work with professionals, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Professional drunks, anyway. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the prestigious Stiffy Awards. That last tune, I'm sure, will be hummed and sung in Smith's Parish for a few months to come. Colonel Birch is coming to the old town. We did have some other Stiffy Awards presented this evening, and Peter's here to tell you about it.
Now the Stiffy, the worst director Stiffy, went to Raymond Dill for his direction of the Bermuda Housing Corporation.
Oh, yeah. Yes, those of you who've been following Raymond's career know that the body of work that he has under his belt is quite amazing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He started at the Bank of Bermuda,
Move right on.
Bermuda Hospitals Board, and the crowning pinnacle of his achievement, the Bermuda Housing Corporation. All of us up here feel very strongly Raymond is long overdue for a stiffy.
Good for Raymond. Now the best animated shorts Stiffy goes to David Allen.
David Allen, best animated shorts. I mean, he's animated, he wears shorts. And we better not say anything else about that.
Moving right along. Now this next Stiffy is awarded to a production that happened a few months ago, and it is the Stiffy for the most imaginative act of civil disobedience. And the Stiffy goes to the Bermuda taxi drivers for driving at the speed limit.
They thumbed their noses at authority. They said, what, sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh, great. They said, we'll show you, government. We'll obey the law. Take that.
Don't cross us, we will obey the law next time. Now our next nominated song is a moving ballad from the film Fast Ferries at Rockaway High. This multi-million-dollar production tracks one resolute man's voyage to find serenity.
I heard you were on the news today.
On the news today.
Please use public transport. Was all that he'd say.
That's all he'd say.
The buses and the ferries.
Buses and the ferries.
Will cut traffic delays.
Cut those traffic delays. plays. He must be bloody dreaming if he thinks that way. Standing on the dock, down on the dock, down at Cavello Bay. Down Cavello Bay. They're waiting for the ferry, for the ferry on a winter's day. Cold winter's day. I'd be safe and warm, so safe and warm in my cabriolet, my lovely cabriolet. He must be bloody dreaming to think I'd change my ways. I heard you were down, on the news today, on the news today. If expats take the bus, expats take the bus, and they won't have to pay no way. And I'll still drive my car down Harbour Road each day, Harbour Road each day. He must be bloody dreaming to think I'd change my ways. He must be bloody dreaming to think I'd change my ways. He must be bloody dreaming to think I'd change my ways.
And now for the stiffy for the best actor in a governing role. The nominees are Jennifer Smith, Ewart Brown, and Alex Scott. And the stiffy goes to... Oh, yes, you're quite right. As always, the ballots for this evening's awards were tabulated by the accounting firm of Arthur Anderson. And we would like to thank them for their efforts. They've done a sterling job. Sterling job. And now, the stiffy for the best actor in a governing role. Oh, look at that. We'll never know. Well, moving right along. For lack of technical achievement, the stiffy went to Bermuda Cablevision for Picture What Picture. World Cup they were too, didn't they? They were nominated in many categories, weren't they? Now, the stiffy for the best deal we could get went to the surprise release, $11 million for Longbird Bridge and all the radioactive oil we can eat. I guess we all got the stiffy on that one, didn't we? Right, the third nominated song comes from the musical fantasy film Dr. Gibbons' Boring Farts Club Band. This movie traces the futile yet persistent efforts of a group of erstwhile statesmen as they try to recapture the faded glory of their predecessors.
In Chancery Lane there was an office showing photographs of every premier that we've had since '63, before they lost it in the late '90s to the PLP. Trevor Manners is a rebel in the Parliament, 'cause he won't be just another party act. But the caucus won't let him back. They'd rather lose a game. Very strange. Chancery Lane, that was the home of UBP. Gibbons, Barrett, Burgess, and Dunkerley, and Dodwell. Meanwhile, at the UBP is always looking for new candidates. Grab young folks to come and join the family. They'll get the folks that flee the PLP and the NLP. government. Every crisis that comes up, they lay the blame. It's as if they never did the same. It's the same old shit, isn't it? Chancery Lane, that was the home of UBV. Will they make it back in 03? I doubt it. Chancery Lane is not the place it used to be. Wondering where the hell was UBV? Chancery Lane. Chancery Lane, a great song from that great movie, Dr. Gibbons' Boring Farts Club Band. It's a hell of a movie. Great soundtrack, great soundtrack. Stop in the music box and ask for the predominantly white album. It's a hell of a soundtrack. They're great in your collection. Continuing on with the Stiffy Awards, the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Stiffy. That achievement award went to David Allen, as he continues to promise to achieve something in his lifetime. David gets the Stiffy for that one. The technical Stiffy for the best backroom editing went to the Boundaries Commission. And we have a couple of late Stiffies. The Stiffy for the best stunt goes to Premier Jennifer Smith for her amazing, unexpected 180-degree turn in policy on relocating the St. George's Police Station. That was a hell of a stunt right there after the old peppercorn ceremony. The Premier also gets a Stiffy for the most creative interpretation of a previously published budget, for her claim that the government had allocated the money to fix up the station in the first place. So, 2 more awards for the Premier in the Stiffy Awards. Our 4th nominated song, ladies and gentlemen, comes from the independent East End film, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Dial Tone. Now this docudrama traces the daily attempts of regular radio talk show callers to get their voices heard on the air. Hey there, mate, hear what they say on the talk radio every day. Bend an ear and get some real vexation. Listening to hotheads on the radio station. Pardon me, bye. Who's that a chatting on the radio? At the job or at home? They just live on the phone. There's a whole horde of bored people chatting on the radio. Loads of hot air and opinions to share. You'll hear about traffic lights and majorettes and what's on TV. How the bloody government should do more for me. Younger generation, we should be a nation. How they should bring back the merchant education. I'm a local artist, sure I should be a star. Which fish out a recipe is better by far. Throw out all the expats. What I had for breakfast. My opinion's right, you know, so there you are. You got a feel for the DJs working on the station all every day, with folks with garbage to say. If I wanna hear a load of bitchin', I can call my wife. So chatting on the radio, why don't you go get a live? Chatting on the radio, chatting on the radio, why don't you go get a live? Chatting on the radio.
Now, on a different night and in a separate ceremony far too boring to televise, other stiffies were awarded. Now, this stiffy was almost too close to call, and in fact, after the initial voting, it was a tied vote. But after further polling, it was finally decided that the winner of the Survivor Stiffy goes to Jennifer Smith for surviving yet another tribal council. Premier Smith's won quite a few stiffies tonight, hasn't she? Yeah. The Colonel's going to have his hands full of stiffies later, I'll tell you. Now, this next stiffy is actually my favorite stiffy. It is the stiffy for the best use of government funds, and it goes to sending Not the Omen players to Washington, D.C. last summer, all expenses paid. That's right, Gabriel.
Thank you.
That was on your dollar, so you get the stiffy for that one.
Did you actually go?
Oh, yeah, we went. We weren't
We
around the
went,
Pentagon when all that happened, but yeah, we were there. Anyway, the final nominated song is a rousing rock and roll tune from the youth party film Camden House Rules. Now, things take a turn for the worse as a small party in a dignified house slowly gets out of hand.
No.
Let's go! Now look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. You get elected for the PLPL. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your tricks for free. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Take off a picture, he's got some rust. Beat up his workers and knocking down buildings and covering and garbage with asbestos dust. We gotta pay all that tax and duty, ever higher government fees. We gotta pay our parking tickets, we gotta pay for those lousy MPs. We gotta pay our land tax and duty, ever higher government fees. We gotta pay our parking tickets, we gotta pay for those lousy MPs. Now look at David Allen, he don't know what he's doing. His 100-day plan was a fantasy. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and trips for free. We gotta pay our land tax and duty, ever higher government fees. We gotta pay our parking tickets, we gotta pay for those lousy MPs. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. You get elected for the PLP, yeah. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing, and tricks for free. I want some, I want some, I want some new MPs. I want some, I want some, I want some new MPs. I want some, I want some, I want some new MPs. I want some. I want some new MPs. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your hands going for Not the Omen players. Peter Smith, Freddie Barrett, Ted Taylor, Chris Broadhurst, truly, Bruce Barrett. Thank you very much. You are the last night for crowd. You're the best last night crowd we've ever played for tonight. So thank you very much. We'd like you to keep your hands going. Keep your hands going for Michael and Donna Barnes and their kids, their family, and all of the committee of Spanish Point Boat Club. And Michael, Donna.
There's a lot different than being in the playhouse, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't burn down once in the 3 days that we were here.
But it did rain on us, though.
Yes, well, what can I say? Outdoor venue, doodle bugs.
Rain.
Rain. Well, it's better than the venue we played, which shall remain nameless, when a rat came. A rat crawled onto the stage and we had to get a guy to come out and smack the rat.
Yeah, and it wasn't Clayhouse, by the way.
It wasn't Playhouse. It was one of your final educational institutions.
Well, it's a private school. You're paying lots of money for that, rat.
Anyway, folks, we do thank you for being here. It's been a hell of a run for us. We've been on the road since May. This is the last night. You've been a great audience. We do appreciate it. If you want to visit our website, it's notthemm.bm. If you did like the show, please tell all your friends. We'll be doing some other shows. Those people who are leaving, you're in trouble because there are a lot of people parked in front of you. It's no different than Playhouse in that regard. And this is Spanish Point, like St. David's. There's only one road in and out, so I think Mr. Barnes probably got a toll gate set up. Cost you $50 to get out. So.
He's going to pay for his fine, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's all right. It's okay. Listen, we want to go home too. Okay.
Hey, I came in a boat, man. It's like,
Hey, he knows all about boats and how to sabotage them. Anyway, folks, as is the custom of Not the Unknown Players, we'd like to give you a little song to remember a spot. That's not bad. That's good. Stephanie wasn't singing, she was drinking.
You guys aren't paying attention. Come on,
They can do better than that. Come on.
Stacy, come on, you can do better than that.
All right, the first one I've had up on this stage tonight.
well, Stacy's not drinking because I drank all her drink when I was sitting.
Really?
Sorry,
She's got something fresh. Let's try it again. Follow tune's
One more
lead,
time,
everybody. Follow
all right?
tune's lead.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
Oh, we can do that. We can do that.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
Fresh fish cakes with some sliced tomato.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
Big beef pie, French fried potato.
Mayonnaise goes with everything. Scrambled eggs and peas and rice. Mayonnaise goes with everything. On hot dogs with pickle, man, it's nice. Mayonnaise goes with everything.
This is what I like for lunch.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
Mayonnaise on my Captain Crunch.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
6 ounce, 8 ounce, 32.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
Will only last a day or two.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
This is a mayonnaise lap dance.
That's the one I always chose.
She said she prefers soy sauce. Mayonnaise goes with everything. Comes in the handy squeeze two pack. Mayonnaise goes with everything. Massage gently in your girlfriend's back. Mayonnaise goes with everything.
For birth control without a care.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
Put it in your underwear.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
Takes beach tar right off your feet.
Mayonnaise goes with everything.
Mix with sand and make concrete.
Mayonnaise goes with everything. Mayonnaise goes with everything.
In Washington, D.C., and the Bermuda Department of Cultural Affairs asked us to go up there and do our show and explain Bermuda to people who may not have heard of Bermuda before. We weren't exactly sure how we do our nightclub act at 11 o'clock in the morning on the Washington Mall, but... So yeah. Take what you normally do drunk in a nightclub and do it at 11 o'clock in the morning for people who've never heard of Bermuda. Yeah, all right. So we decided we would explain Bermuda to people, and one of the things we decided to explain was the rain in Bermuda, how we hate it, and we love it, and we need it, and we don't like it. So this is how we describe rain to people wanting to know about Bermuda.
Oh, the weatherman's so insightful. Says tomorrow will be delightful. But dehydration is plain. We need rain, we need rain, we need rain. We're supposed to get some showers, but that'll only help the flowers. We need some serious rain. Tank rain, lots of rain. There's not a cloud in the sky, and everyone's gone for a swim. 'Cause when our tanks are empty and dry, we all smell like we've been to the gym. Now the rain is really falling, and it shows no sign of stalling. My boss will just have to wait. I'll be late, very late. We'll have a shower with a friend, because saving water is our creed. And it's not just a passing trend, 'cause we don't flush after we've peed. Now the tank is overflowing, and it shows no sign of slowing. This weather is really a pain. No more rain, no more rain, no more rain. We need rain, we need rain, we need rain. Tank rain, no more rain. Thank you. Thank you. One of the other bits we did in Washington is this next thing we're going to do for you. We also had to try to explain to people the unique Bermudian language. Those of you who have lived here for many years know the accent. Thank you very much. That's your second beer tonight.
He's a hammer, I tell you. You're not related to two plates, are you?
No. And we did this little thing. It's called the Bermuda word chant. If you're from an urban setting, it'll be the Bermuda word rap. But we're 5 white guys. We can't rap up a good goddamn. So we call it the Bermuda word chant. And Chris is our orchestra leader. And he's you guys are sorting it out? Okay. Okay. So you ready? Chris is gonna do it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We speak English in Bermuda with a special inflection. We also have some very special expressions. When young kids get together and someone misbehaves, the others shake their hands and everybody says, when asking a question or pausing in a chat, Bermudians fill the blank with like that. For a happy occasion, for a positive event, for a flash of inspiration, chingas is said. Your wife asks you something that she asks you every day. No sense using lots of words. Oh is all you say. Okay, here we go. Switch it around. New set of words. Chris will kick us in when he's ready.
My sin! I know mine! Zapnin! My sin! I know mine! Zapnin!
If we catch you daydreaming, if you make outrageous plans, or if you're staring into space, you mightn't is the phrase.
My sin! I know it! Zapnin! My sin! I know mine! Zapnin!
A guy is a guy, so be young or old. Let him say something strange, by nobody he'll be told. We greet you with good morning, but other times of day we aren't nearly so formal. Zapnin's what we say. We like it, we're happy, we just played the winning card. We're the best, we're the champions. Shoot by, we're hard. And we are too. Thank you very much.